they haven't. Sorry. Exactly, you can't. We can't, we love you, you can't go.
Oh, these are nice. I like the frame. Yeah, that's the, I do like the frame. I like the frame. That was the.
The mics are live, FYI.
Okay. Oh, so I got to. This one is already, this is just here for show, but that belongs to somebody. Yeah, oh, I love that right here. This is all these, and those two? Yeah, but this one here is not somebody already booked for it. Okay. They put it all over City Hall. People would, that's how they did it. So, we just started this for arts and engineers. So, once I was holding on from the old, photos one, those are from them. Those, and they changed them on, I think it's every year they changed them on. This is the lady, yeah. So she went, she was up there selling them. So she was at the women farm, and they had like a contest thing that she went to. The first time on office. So she was like the woman, her grandmother. Her grandmother's name, no, her grandmother's name, no, but it's the car. And she was like selling my baby for like 500. No, she's living in the back, she, I don't see it here. So, her grandmother, the thing with this artist is that she does, she'll get to know the story behind what she's doing, right? And, her grandmother, sounds familiar, but her grandmother, escaped from, she escaped from, I think it was like, she was somewhere, she came out because the kid was looking for her husband. This is her, the kid was looking for her husband, and he said, the kids and the dog and go down to the house. And I think she ended up in somewhere in Tallahassee. And then some way she made her route down to, so when she gets to Oviedo, she's being in the back of the car like this. So you just see a woman living in the back of you, and it was right behind she got to Oviedo. So I found it so interesting because everything that she does, she wants to know the proof of everything behind what she's going to. This is what she did all this herself, like the stickers and everything, she did that all herself, like the frame, she put everything in frames and then she put it. I love her frames, you know, like in their goals, so you just think of the great job. So then the pictures that we're getting is if, let's say she was yeah, words, they will be words. Even though it is a copy of yours. I thought it was called here, there's something. There's something. Alright, but yeah, that's the story.
And you're sticking to it?
Yes.
That one's pretty bad. That's the one that's real.
She gave me two. Oh, Teresa. But I didn't see that. Even for family. I imagine they may have, let me sit over here and shoot.
Huh?
definitely. I think you may not. I think maybe not. Yeah.
You get a copy.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, okay. I was gonna ask him too, but I just kind of got.
No, I remember, we talked about it, I said, you said you meant to kind of be able to follow along with you.
Yeah.
So there's there, like,
Well, look at. I was gonna say something else, but I don't remember. Please, I'm glad I remember that.
I don't know.
Yeah, right. No, not please, all right.
I don't even know why, I mean, I don't know why I wrote anything, so it's just one word.
Right.
Cut and dry, but I don't know, I just did. Better to have it than not need it.
I think we'll show.
I know.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is June 26, 2025. This is the June session of the Oviedo Special Magistrate Court of Health. I see that we have two items on the agenda today. The first is a massey hearing. The respondent is Christensen Family Limited. The property is 1330 Alafaya Trail in Oviedo, 32765. Parcel ID is 22 21 31 300 0190000. Who's going to be speaking to this item today?
Code Enforcement Officer Lindsay Longstreet for the City of Oviedo.
Would you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly affirm the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
the hearing, so I'm assuming that this property has not come into compliance.
Yes, sir, you're correct.
Have the property owners given you any reason why they have not?
No, sir, they have not.
This, as I recall, is the dumpster without the doors.
Yes,
You have anything to present to me?
I do. I have a
Right.
package containing 15 pages, if I may approach the bench.
Yes. I see that no one is here today on behalf of the respondent.
No, unfortunately not.
All right. You've given me a 15-page document that I'm going to admit into evidence as the city's exhibit number 1. All right.
So we have pages 1 through 4 are going to be the property record card showing that Christian Family LTD still owns the property there. Page 5 is going to be the copy of the finding of the facts from our April 24th, 2025 hearing. This is the certified receipt, page 7, for the finding of the facts. Page 8 is unfortunately the returned certified mail unclaimed. Page 9 is going to be the affidavit of hand delivery for the finding of the facts. Page 10 is our reinspection on May 23rd for the compliance state, showing that the property is still in violation of having no doors on their dumpster. Page 10 and 11 are those photos. Page 12 is going to be our affidavit of noncompliance. Page 13 is going to be our notice of hearing, our Massey letter. And then page 14 is the returned signed green card for the affidavit of noncompliance and Massey letter. We did not receive the certified receipt for that, but we did get the green card, which is page 14. And then for good measure, page 15 is the affidavit of hand delivery for that.
Well, it's a little mystifying why they're not responding.
I
Have
am,
any idea at all?
no, mm-mm.
All right, well, in my order that was rendered at the April 24, 2025 hearing, the respondent was ordered to come into compliance by 5 p.m. on May 22, 2025. Failing that, then fines would accrue in the amount of $50 per day until compliance. According to my calculations, today is now the 34th day. 34 days times $50 a day is $1,700. So I first find that all notices required by Florida statutes and by OVITA ordinances have been provided to the respondents. I'm going to note their non-appearance today, and I'm going to assess a fine of $1,700, and I will render an order to that effect. Thank you, Ms.
Thank
Longstreet.
you.
The next item I see on the agenda this is case number CE 25-000072. The respondent is FKHSFR C2LP, care of First Key Homes LLC. The property is 1047 Whittier Circle in Oviedo, 32765. Parcel ID is 23-21-5-31-0000-0580. Who's going to be addressing this today?
I will.
Right? You raise your right hand. You solemnly affirm the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
All right, what do you have for us on this one, Ms. Longstreet?
Good morning. I have a package containing 12 pages that I'd like to submit into evidence. May I approach the bench?
Yes. Page document will be admitted into evidence as the city's exhibit number 1. All right.
Pages 1 through 4 are going to be the property record card showing FKH SFR C2 LP still own the property. Page 5 and 6 is a copy of the finding of the facts from April 24th, 2025's hearing. Page 7 is going to be the certified mail receipt for the finding of the facts. Page 8 is the returned signed green card for the finding of the facts. On May 23rd, we did the reinspection and no permit was applied for or obtained at this time. So page 10 is going to be our affidavit of noncompliance. Page 10 is going to be the notice of hearing for the Massey. Page 11 is the affidavit of posting for those 2 items. And page 12 is a photo of the posting. We did not receive the green card or the certified mail receipt back for either of those.
And you've not received any response at all to the order?
No, we had received a couple of emails from some kind of support service from First Key Homes, just asking when the date of the hearing was today and just trying to verify what the violation was, but nothing has come of that since then.
Okay. Well, I do note that no one is appearing today on behalf of the respondent. I do find that all notices required by Florida statutes and the Oviedo ordinances have been provided to respondents. At our hearing on April 24, 25, a date of compliance was set for 5 p.m. on May 22, 25. Thereafter, $50 a day was to accrue. Today is the 34th day. There's been no compliance. Therefore, I'm going to assess a fine of $1,700, and I will enter an order accordingly.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Longstreet. Anything else to come before us today?
No.
All right, then we are adjourned.